Hello, this is Dr. Yang. I saw this story and video about Gordon Hayward. Is now back in the gym, so we'll look at a little clip here. Again, seems like he's doing pretty well. At least the balls are falling for him. If you don't, for those who don't know, Gordon Hayward is a NBA basketball player for the Boston Celtics. And back in October of 2017, October last year, he suffered a pretty bad injury where he dislocated his left ankle and fractured his tibia. And Hayward signed a 4-year, 128 million, free agent contract that previous summer, and then in his first game, he went up for a LU loop and fell and broke his ankle. So this is a picture. It looks pretty gruesome. The whole foot is twisted outward. A look at his average person's foot anatomy. You got the tibia. It's a long bone of the lower leg on the inner side, and then you got the fibula on the other side. The foot is actually made of many different little bones, as you could see here, with each toe made of multiple bones. And this is a side view. Again, you got the tibia, the shin bone on the inside, you got the fibula on the outside, and then you got the talus, calcaneus, and these other digits. We're gonna try to look at again, the specialist that you will usually see is an orthopedic surgeon. Sometimes they also have a foot and ankle specialist. So that's the bone, and then here's a lot of the ligament and tendons. Again, this is of the right, and I believe he broke the left. But just look at all the fine little tendons in here. And then you got you superimpose on the muscles and the external ligaments and tendon of the end of these muscles. You got the here Achilles tendon. I believe DeMarcus Cousin injured his Achilles tendon back here, and again that attached to the bottom of your foot, of your heel. And this is, we're not even talking about some of the vascular anatomy, the blood vessels that you have to operate in. So it's really amazing that orthopedic surgeon can know all the anatomy, all the nerve, all the vessels in their entire body and operate on all the bones, because you got to get through all the muscles and tendons and ligaments and blood vessels to get to those bones to repair them. So it's pretty amazing. But again, there's that's why they have specialists who does the foot and ankle and other specialties, so they could do a better job. So the fracture, I saw another picture here. Again, he had surgery Wednesday, probably a week or two following that injury. Again, I don't know what injury he had. But again, it was against the Cleveland Cavaliers and his season opening. And this is a diagram of possibly what he may have had. Broken bone broke off where the foot actually, rotate outward. So let's see. So this is some of what he may look like after surgery. With a big plate. Again, there's just one and a screw over here. Again, I don't know what he had, exactly how many plates and how many screws, but this is some of the ways you access. Again, I would imagine patient having this done is under general. They're on a ventilator, on a breathing machine, and they're completely out. And so they open this incision, they go in there and reduce the bone, so meaning put the bone back in position, and then they fixate it with the plate and screws, and an incision out here. And then here's another, just a couple photos of what they would be looking at and putting a plate on there. Again, this is other tibia and fibula fractures are further up. You could assist, but I think his is by the ankle. And so let's see. So what's the recovery for something like this? Let's see. So after surgery, patients are generally on crutches, obviously, and they're not supposed to bear weight on that injury for 6 to 12 weeks. Really depend on degree of injury to the ligaments, especially the ligament attaching the tibia and fibula. Sometimes they'll get the hardware, they'll remove the hardware in about 10 to 12 weeks. And then they usually resume walking at that point, but they're still not running. At 3 months out, generally, they're still not running for a couple months, and then in a couple months they may start running, but there's really no jumping or explosive, activities for 6 to 9 months. Again, it depends on the degree of injury. Again, like other TV shows, they're a big crew and they do research. So I'm by myself and I try to do some research. Again, it depends on really the degree of injury, but usually they're not doing anything, jumping and, explosive, probably NBA stuff for 6 to 9 months. And then from there, it's really a slow recovery. So right now, the initial injury was October of last year, and right now is July, August of 2018, and it seems like he's back in the gym. And let's take a little clip of what he's doing now. So those shots look pretty good. So again, we hope Gordon Hayward, we hope him well. We obviously hope the Celtic well as well. They look like they have a very, very deep team. So, it's interesting. If they get any better, they got Gordon Hayward back. And if they get any better, they may be able to really challenge what most people expect to be Golden State in the West. Anyway, and again, this is not a disrespect to any other team, but I think those are the two teams that are favorites. And anyway, we hope him well, and thank you for taking the time to listen to my channel, and I really appreciate it. And if you want to support me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button, and please feel free to share with your friends. Again, thank you so much. Bye-bye.